Semi-final number 1. This is still a best of 3. And this is for the top 2 of the BREC, the One Belt, One Road International Esports competition. It's 2 Chinese players facing each other. It's Undead versus Orc. It's WFZ versus XiaoKK. Both had a decent... No, not a decent year. They had a bad year, actually. XiaoKK, I think, qualified for GCS. WFZ did as well, but none of them survived the group stages. WFZ oftentimes eliminated in the first rounds of tournaments. Either like the round of 16 or maybe eliminated in lowest finals or something. But he never had the big results. Not in team games as well. And XiaoKK, he's still a tier 3 player, I guess. For him, qualifying for WGL would have been great, but he didn't make the cut for the 24-player WGL. That tells you a lot about how bad this year was for XiaoKK. He starts with the Farseer, and that's already pretty interesting. On the other side, DK and Late Fiends, the TED build order for WFZ. Once again, a little shout out to WFZ's wife, who is with him at the event and provides us with quite some interviews. We have TBC, XiaoKK, and Joshi Shi interviews on our Facebook and some pictures on our Twitter as well. So you, if you're watching, well, I guess you're not, but maybe if you're watching the VOD, thank you very much. Representing and helping so much. So DK Farseer. Interesting opening, especially on Last Refuge. This map is really a good Blade Master map, usually. But he wants to harass, as it seems. The tech has not started for WFZ, who went 3 ghouls, not the 4th one. Gets the Fiend first, I guess. Or waiting for the next Lumber to start the tech and then go for it. Watch awards for the last remaining Undead in the tournament. And continue to creep. The Farseer already down to 330. Of course, he can operate from range. But, oh, Sentry Wards for XiaoKK as well. So both will spy on each other quite a bit. Tech, of course, started here as well. Very, very fast tech with the Farseer. WFZ is following, though. Into the higher techs. Skeletons and Acolytes scouting. He wants level 2 as fast as possible. Here's the counter ward. So XiaoKK knows that the ward is here, but his first ward's getting cancelled. And he has another one here, but that's not the best position, I guess. DK arrives a little late for the coil steal, but more poison damage on this Farseer, already low. And Shop is up only now, so he has to get back into his base at some point. Did he get the wolf? I think so, right? Used the coil. There was just a little bug, so we didn't really see it. Summons the wolves again to not give the experience to this little skeleton. Level 2 for him, so Chain Lightning is available. This will most likely be a TC follow-up then. That would mean no hacks. WFZ, the inventor of the 4 ghouls into Sacrificial Pit into Dreadlord meta that we've seen from Undeads for quite some time, but in the absence of a Blade Master, do you need the Dreadlord? I doubt it. So he has to change it up. What do you play against this? If it's really a Farseer TC, you don't really need disable against this Farseer because he's not that scary. Yeah, Chain Lightning can be strong, but that's about it. Wolves can be dispelled by Destroyers later. Tier 2 is done. We get 1 Beastery. He has a lot of resources. Getting the TC, that was to be expected for the stun. So you could go sleep for the TC. You could go silence on the TC. Or Pit Lord. Or Crypt Lord. But of course, Lich first. That's the obvious solution. And more creeping on the Farseer. No tier 3 yet. A little bit of scouting. He needs level 2 on the DK. Now, he gets a big chunk of experience here as he is level 2 on his main. Getting additional experience as long as there's no second hero on the map. And that's what he gets. No steal at all. And snare on this wolf. And even more experience here. One fiend is bruised, but the Farseer is so far away. Hurt himself. But there's an expo coming. So that's XiaoKK's idea in most likely his biggest match of his career. Tier 2 expo against a Tier 3 undead. No sacrificial pit, because he doesn't need the shade against the Blade Master, I guess. The army is really, really small. Like 2 fiends. There's not too much WFZ can do against this expansion now. We have Frost Armor first, despite the absence of the Blade Master. He's engaging into this. There must be Storm to disable this DK and make sure that he gets this null. There's no Nova, so the Farseer isn't in that much trouble, but 3 coils to work with. And the grunts don't really do too much. The TC is coming from the back, though. Nice stomp. But there is a coil, as I said, and Frost Armor as well. He will be able to fight through this, I think. Chain Lightning secures the kill. Now there's level 3. The Fiend lost hurts now. The Lich is out of position as well. I like how WFZ is constantly killing these wolves, but he was walking into a dangerous position. Kind of his fault, but now at the moment there's no mana for the TC for a Stomp anymore. And WFZ is gathering a lot of experience with the summon kills here, one after another. And for 30 supply fight, that was quite okay. 1-for-1 trade.
Player's forces are under attack.
And a lot of mana used on XiaoKK's side. Oh, the big null. Chain Lightning, maybe? No, DK gets it. Circle for him as well. Can he evacuate this, though? Still no... Oh, Stomp is coming in a bit. DK finds himself in the surround. Is there a town port on him? Yes, there is. Has to run away now. Speed scroll on the Orc unit has been used. Oh, this DK is in a world of trouble. Misses the stun, though. Goes for the Lich. There must be a coil. There is. And now town portal out or fighting out? That's the question. 7-second cooldown. Basically a double surround. Input potion on the Lich. He's trying to... Oh, yeah. He's going for the Farseer. Another Stomp. Maybe not worth it as the Raiders stream in. And WFZ forcing the town portal for the cost of an invul. Good trade here. Not using any... not losing any units, but XiaoKK is finding the time for this expansion. Reinforced defenses as well. The burrow will be protected. And how far is the tech on WFZ's side? He is on tier 3. Gets the Orb of Corruption now with like 600 gold that he had. But the Destroyer upgrade is only cute. Waiting for the second statue. At least he has heal. But will the expansion have time to pay off?
A player's forces are under attack.
Super intense battles already. Could be a little interception here. Lich is still not level 2. DK is still not level 3. Wolf's level 2, by the way. And XiaoKK is stealing experience from WFZ's side of the map. He knows the undead heroes can't get out of control. If Coil Nova 2 arrives and the Farseer just explodes. Tinker third. Okay. No Dreadlord, no Pit Lord, no Dark Ranger. It's the Pocket Factory to prevent the towers. There's quite some damage here. Good attack speed from this burrow, but skeletons and clockwork goblins delay the expansion. But XiaoKK is going for a little lame here. Destroy upgrade not done yet. Can't disable the speed scroll. Ghouls in the army as well, and damage done. Only one peon remaining. Tries to slaughter it with these skeletons. No, just going
Player's forces are under attack.
for the tower again. Does WFZ have the time, though, to attack? I feel like he's forced into an attack before the expo becomes too powerful. Too many towers up. There's not a single one yet. So off we go. Pocket Factory in the back. XiaoKK is not microing his grunts. Losing 1 for free to a coil. Prevents this tower again. But now with normal damage. Off clockworks. Off skeletons. Off ghouls. He should be able to go for this. But there's a snipe with a Zeppelin drop into the Haunted Gold Mine. Forces a reaction immediately. There is a town portal by XiaoKK as well. Is there repair? Yes, there must be repair on this Haunted Gold Mine. Oh, yeah, the damage is certainly not enough. Or is it? One Raider falls. But the Expo is still up on both sides. But the tower denied again. Still no tier 3. At some point, he has to go for tier 3. Lich is about to hit level 2. DK is about to hit level 3. That is massive upgrades for WFZ around the corner. But XiaoKK continues this lane game.
The player's forces are under attack.
What's the idea behind the Tinker third? Tinker and Clockwork Goblins are really good against buildings. And against peasant lines, because you send in the clockworks into the peasant line, and when they explode, they do guaranteed damage, like 30. And that is really good damage against workers. And the normal damage is good against buildings, so that helps. Sends in the ghouls to make this expansion even more costly.
Is under siege.
There's a Zeppelin again. This time he's empty. Faking the drop, I guess. Nice interception by XiaoKK, but a Raider falls immediately. There's only one anti-air and another Raider falls, I guess. If he wants to snipe it, and he does. Now we have the 3-2, and the Tinker is harassing. He doesn't even need him in this army. The Ghoul will fall. The Tinker... Uh-oh, uh-oh, no staff, Chain Lightning, surround, right clicks. This is the kill, but only a level 1 Tinker. And he got the town portal for it, so... again, worth it. WFZ only at 41 supply though. XiaoKK breaking upkeep already, but the army isn't that scary. 2 Raiders and the Stomp is good disable. He's finally cracking this burrow. Nova Coil takes out more workers. But he can't break it. The burrow is still up and this hurts now. TP on the DK. Statue falls. I guess, oh, this Stomp was nice, but the DK is still... can't coil. Has no mana anymore. Lich is full mana. Takes out a Raider, but this has to be a TP. Dispel from the Destroyer constantly. Oh, what a nice Stomp again. If he takes out the 5 supply unit, that's a very good fight for XiaoKK. But here's in the back line. A little bit of healing still provided. Decent micro. Oh, but the Wyvern. He doesn't have Web against this Wyvern. So much damage. The Lich is surrounded. Transfers to TP. Has to get out of there. Soon! Chain Lightning! 10 HP. Loses a statue in the process. Tinker is back, but that was not a fight for WFZ at all. And no counter expansion. The Zeppelin still scouting. Goes for a second Necropolis for whatever reason. He does have lumber. But the expansion is expansive. XiaoKK almost losing a grunt here. Going harder into Wyvern now. To have more damage. Sobby Mask on the TC and level 3. Everything is low here. DK, Destroyer, Fiend. Wolf again scouting, but he does have 2 spare acolytes. So just a little scout. Mana Stone at level 4. And level 3 Lich. So Coil Nova level 2. He needs Invulns on the Farseer. At the moment he is completely naked. Not even a heal wave available because he's not playing a Shadowhunter. So the Sobby Mask is countered by the Mana Stone. Belt of Giant Strength. Okay. But WFZ is still up against an expansion. Sacrificial Pit coming now. Is this the transition to Worms? WFZ, one of the only players in the scene, the pro players in the scene, who plays Worms against Orc. But in the absence of a Shadowhunter, when there's no hacks, why not? It takes forever, though. I don't know if he has the time. Claws +6. Lich damage is getting better. Tinker is a little more tanky, but WFZ running around without a town portal is risky, especially against the laming strategies of XiaoKK. 3 Wyvern, 5 Headhunters, so much damage. But he must have wept right now, right? I mean, he built so many fiends in the process. He must have wept. 61 supply. Taking out the red spot, but the XiaoKK is right around the corner. Mana Stone for the TC as well. That's so many stuns, and now he regrets not having a Dreadlord or a Dark Ranger. Hood of Cunning, meh. It's more damage on the Lich, I guess. XiaoKK wrapping around the trees, intercepting a statue again for the second time in this game. 7 supply disadvantage for the Undead, who snipes the first Wyvern. Big damage drop, but what a stop! The entire army is disabled. Wow, XiaoKK. That was an invitation, and he does it again. Chain Lightning to follow this up. WFZ is completely falling apart. This army is getting wrecked. But 65 supply still. This Wyvern are squishy, but these storms are just insane. He's stomping him to the ground. WFZ soon to be 6 feet under. Can the Undead heroes fight back? 2 destroyers in the air disables the wolf, but the stuns are just magnificent. Level 4 on the Lich. Can he save him? Yes, he can. Raiders are coming in. Another stomp. He stomps like Michael Flatley. Going for the Farseer now, who does have a potion, but nothing else. So Invul, I guess. Yeah, on the TC though. Level 5 on the Torrent Chieftain. Abominations are coming in. Going for the Death Knight now. As I told you, no consumables, no TP on the first hero of the Undead. Eats the Abomination. That was super expensive, but Dark Ritual keeps him in the game for now. There is no stun anymore. He consumed the Mana Stone. Holy shit, this fight by XiaoKK. The door for the 1-0 win is wide open, but the Undead is still fighting. 17 supply down, an expansion down. So many losses, but he's not giving up.
A player's forces are under attack.
The uptime of the War Stomp was insane. What can he do against this army? So much piercing damage in this. But no frontline anymore. Maybe that is the solution. He lost 2 destroyers though and 5 fiends in this fight. And there simply isn't enough damage. XiaoKK could even go tier 3. He's going Kodo now for additional damage. But never, ever, ever underestimate Coil Nova. We're getting close to 3-2 Coil Nova. And it's still a squishy Farseer who has an invul now. Not too much on the TC. That's why he's focusing him first. Little creepjack here by WFZ. Who's gonna get the big one? It is the Orc. And the TC is so close to level 5 now. Plus 12 claws of attack. And he's in the middle of everything again. Not the DK though, who has 3 coils. Another Wyvern down, but soon there's no Fiends anymore. And then the Wyvern reigns supreme. Nice coil right before the Chain Lightning. Stomp hits a little too late as well, but the Tinker is trapped against the rocks back there and dies. Here comes the counter focus, but the 5-second disable against both of the heroes. Can he nuke him? Destroyers in the air though. Invo Potion and the DK is stunned again without the first hero. There's no chance for WFZ. GG. And XiaoKK advances. Oh, not advances, but gets the match points here. This fight in the upper left, so sick. So sick. These storms, the TC saved him the game for sure. The harass was good against the expansion, but not good enough. He didn't kill the burrow, so the peons were always safe. And then he didn't have to invest too much. Yeah, the towers were cancelled. But at some point, the pressure was off, and then it paid off, and then it was really good. And then there's this fight, where he stomps everything. Seriously, I think he missed like 1 unit of WFZ's army and he was at 60 supply. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. And from like, coming back from that, it's basically impossible. Both of these players have $1,500 guaranteed. If XiaoKK wins 1 more map, then he doubles this prize money and is in his first grand final ever. He will be against one of the all-time greats, either Moon and Lin, who are standing in the second semifinal. But yeah, it's a good chunk of money right before the so important year 2019. Yeah, for WFZ, I think there was no time to transition anymore into anything. Like worms take forever, and I don't know. Thank you, Roa Loka, for the Twitter follow. Oh, and thank you, Jules, for the €15 donation. You get home drunk and there's the Warcraft stream. Lovely. Thank you very much. Imagine being me, streaming at 4 AM and there's 800 viewers. Or what is it now? Yeah, 800. Also a great feeling. Also very lovely. Thank you very much, man. So will WFZ strike back? He is known for long series. He always makes it close. But oftentimes he gets beaten in the third game. Thank you, Mudu. Game is up. Map is Terranas. Vintage WFZ. To go for Terranas against Orc. You know, in Germany it's 5:44, so I'm completely wasted. Yeah, I would be the same. If not for this Warcraft tournament. I mean, I'm in Germany as well. I know that it's very early. But had to stay sober, man. Well, I went to sleep at like 11, so I slept 3 hours. But I guess it's enough. Like, after the games, I will go back to bed again. And then sleep until, I don't know. I watch you guys all the time, so it's time to get something back. Or to give something back. Thank you very much, man. Very early, I'd say very late. Well, yeah, depends. 8:45 PM over here at the West Coast, USA. Great treat to have some Back to Warcraft streams after the work week. Oh, yeah. This must be so cool for the American viewers, right? Who usually only watch on YouTube or reruns. So you guys are finally live with us. That's cool. Did your Christmas gifts arrive? Well, you guys gave me a Christmas gift. The piece of hardware that I wanted to have for quite some time. And I ordered it yesterday, so it will arrive today, most likely. Or tomorrow. Here's XiaoKK. We saw a glimpse of WFZ. Are there a lot of people watching the games live at the venue? I don't know. I will ask about it, though. Hope it was worth it to wake up at 4 a.m. to see XiaoKK win 2-0. It was absolutely worth getting up at 4 a.m. to see Lin playing God mode again. Like, if you're only getting up or coming home now, you missed a Lin in its prime. It was so cool to watch. WFZ here, by the way. Needs to win the next map or he's out of the tournament. Midnight in Canada. Love this event is live at such an obscure time for live tourneys in North America. Going to bed after all this and it's still going to be a reasonable time for us. Weekend considered. That's true. Who are the guys in the yellow shirts? I don't know. There is FIFA, but since they're using keyboard and mouse, I don't think they're playing FIFA. What else do they play? I don't really know. League of Legends or something? Or PUBG? I don't really know. I only care about Warcraft. So we're waiting for the players to join the game. Oh, Retro Roar with a 10 euro donation after following us on Twitter. There seems to be a little issue. So we switch back to me. Retro Roar with a 10 euro donation. I was lucky to randomly wake up at 5:30 here in Norway, just in time to watch some warm-up games and make coffee before Moon vs. Lin. Really entertaining games. Lovely to see the casting again after Moon's recent first place. Keep up the good work. Oh man, thank you so much and greetings to Norway. Always cool people coming from Norway, like Creo, Turbozau. You are representing the Warcraft scene quite well. Thank you very much for the contributions and the nice words, and I hope you don't regret waking up. Like, usually 5:30 is a fucked up time, and you always regretted waking up at that time, but if there's the Belt and Road Esports competition, I think you're pretty happy about that. I certainly am. Sometimes I stay up until 4 a.m. Chicago time just to watch some Back to Warcraft. No, it's nice to watch at 11 p.m. Yeah, for you guys in the US, I'm very, very happy that it's been played this early. How come this tourney is being casted at such a different time? Well, it's a multi-game event. As I said, there's Warcraft, FIFA, and some shooter. I don't know. So Warcraft is being played first. So that is... How late is it in China now? It's +7. So around noon in China. Thank you, Nolly, for the 8-month resub. Thank you for everything you do, Neo. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you very much for the support. Of course, as a sub, you get replay packs in our Discord of every tournament we cast. Almost every tournament we cast. And no ads on this channel as well, so thank you very much for your contribution. 12:50 in China. Ah, yeah, 7 hours ahead. So whoever's watching on YouTube now, sorry for the delay. We don't really know what's up. I think you can fast forward a bit for all the guys on Twitch live right now. You have to bear with me. We're waiting for the game to start. Still, none of the players in the game. Only some casters. Shun, Loliot, the hosts here at BREC. Wow, Kivikaki is watching. Nice to have you back in the scene, man. I saw that on Twitter and really, really cool to see old school blood with a clan again and with some games again. I miss TED. He's playing some 2-on-2 here and then. With Hainu, and he's pretty damn good. Who's KiwiKaki? You don't know the legendary KiwiKaki? He played for MTW and SRS back in the day? Was it SRS? Serious Gaming? Pretty sure. Pretty entertaining player. You should follow him. I thought a StarCraft player. Yeah, that as well. Like, he started with Warcraft, then went into StarCraft, I guess. So there seemed to be some kind of an issue at the venue. I really don't know what it is. Maybe a connection issue from the computers on stage. So if you guys have some questions, let me know. Of course, tomorrow there's going to be the grand final, the last stream before Christmas. But we don't take a big break. We're just gone for 3 days. And then we continue with the W League on December 27. Yeah, so we take the Christmas day off. Then 3 days or 4 days of streaming. And then for New Year's, we have off as well. Or at least I have off. Don't really know where Remo is. Will the stream be on the same time tomorrow? A little later. Stream starts at 7 tomorrow. 7 a.m. Central European Time. You can check the dates at backtowarcraft.com. We have a schedule there. Also, there's a schedule in the stream description thing. Sometimes it doesn't work, though. I think maybe due to adblock or something. When will the next game start? Good question. I don't know. As always, we're kind of reliant on the Chinese production. It's an offline event, so a lot of stuff can go wrong. So 10 p.m. PST tomorrow. Nice. That's pretty good for you again, I guess. A little bit worse for the Eastern time zone, right? By the way, big thank you to all the mods who got up with me and are helping here to keep the chat clean, and for the guys who are tickering on Liquipedia. It's not like, I don't take this for granted that you do this. It's really, really cool. And I think especially the Liquipedia ticker became so normal to us that we take it for granted sometime. But we shouldn't. We really shouldn't. Do you play any other games? Nope. I do not. I don't have time for that. I'm happy if I'm getting some sleep or get some stuff done next to streaming. You've probably been asked this many times before, but what do you think about Reforged? Big opportunity. I have serious doubts if they are making it in time because they have less than a year to finish it. And from what I've seen, it's far away from finished, but I have my hopes high. Love the guys working there, or at least the guys I met. So I really hope they don't have too much pressure and can finish a very, very polished project. Because then it's gonna be great. Is Warcraft your full-time job? Oh, I hope. I hope so that one day I will be able to do this, but at the moment, no, I have a side job. So for example, yesterday, I got up at 5 a.m., casted some Warcraft, did some stuff for Back to Warcraft, like presentations and statistics and stuff. Then went into the office until 9 p.m. Then watched football with a friend until 11 p.m. because he's leaving for Christmas, so it was kind of the last chance to see him. And then I slept 3 hours and now I'm here casting again. So that's like my life. What's up there? I hope that they don't get pressure to release it too early. Well, they do have pressure to release it until November 2nd. Because there is a law that tells you that if you start the pre-orders, you have to release within a year. Otherwise, you can get sued massively. And you want to prevent that. So they have to release until November 1st. Or 2nd, or whatever it is. So there is a lot of pressure on them already. Oops. Lord Neo, are you going to get some sleep? Yeah, right after the games I'm going back to bed. Let's get back to bed, boy. But imagine how beautiful would it be if you could get up at 4 to cast Warcraft as a full-time job. Well, then I could sleep a lot earlier. That would be no problem. But I'm super fit. Like, I took a shower, got some coffee, had a nice little breakfast. Feeling quite good. What countries have that law? It's definitely a law in the EU. I don't know if it's in the US as well, but 100% European Union law. Did you ever enjoy playing lame styles, tanks, towers, bats and stuff? Nope. Hate that shit. No fun at all. I do like playing Crypt Lord with beetles, and if the opponent expands, I burrow the beetles somewhere close to his expansion. That's quite nice, but I mean, it's not that lame. It's just a little annoying. I don't know. Why so long to wait? I don't know. Nobody knows. I asked our reporter in Jiaozhou, but no answer yet. I hope there's no emergency or something. Maybe one of the players getting too nervous. My lifestyle is the same as yours, but one thing is different. It's about 16 hours working online. Jesus. I'm on my second screen watching you casting. I hope I'm not too distracting. Do you speak Chinese? Unfortunately not. I'm planning on taking a course next year, though, to learn a little Mandarin. Oh, okay. So there is an issue with XiaoKK's computer, who's acting up. Couldn't you borrow the beetles on the place where the expo should be placed to the late, like in StarCraft? Yep, that's fun. But I mean, there's reveal and dust and stuff. Can you TLDR the patch notes for someone who hasn't gotten the chance to read it yet? Yep. Keepers and Tangle has a lower range, down from 800 to 600. Before it was the range of a coil, now it's the range of a Stormbolt. Oh, lulz, game starts. Yeah, you can watch the patch notes on YouTube. Because we have a game! Boom! Game 2. That was a little bit annoying, I guess, for WFZ especially, because it wasn't his fault. But maybe that was a chance for him to reset as well. As XiaoKK had the momentum, then was stopped by a buggy computer. So, match points for the Orc. The Undead has to strike back. It's his map, and it seriously is the WFZ map. Even back in 1.28, he was playing Terranar Stand against Orc, where it was the old Terranar Stand, and not the latter version that Matt Morris did. The Undead needs a win or he's out. He's starting in the bottom right. XiaoKK, one map away from his biggest success ever, going into a grand final of an offline tournament. Joshishi said it before, he could be second place. He is pretty damn good. Or will we go full distance? Is it gonna be the Farseer again? Worked okay, I'd say. But he wasn't the carry. The carry was the TC second. That was just gnarly to see as an Undead player. We see the Farseer again. I have to point out that XiaoKK has quite a reputation for throwing seriouses. When he has the lead, he oftentimes starts to play around, to fool around in map number 2, and then loses the game and the series. WFZ is a marathon runner himself. Whenever he's going to big offline events, he oftentimes takes it full distance, but also oftentimes losing these clutch matches. So we'll see. Shop is coming up outside the base. Acolyte is scouting this. There's a mercenary camp here, but not too easy to creep. Once again, the Tet build order with 3 ghouls though. Oh. He's using them for creeping. Okay, fast level 2 then. Wolf summoned as well. Acolyte sees the movement and sees, alright, this is a creep instead of a harass. Wait, he
forces are under attack.
Sends the ghouls back? Yeah. Okay, since he saw that XiaoKK is starting this creep, he feels, alright, I will be there in time to steal something. The big renegade is gone though. Oh, how much will he deny? Ooh, that was close. Here's the steal though. Big mana potion and another kill for the DK. 96 experience already. Oh, XiaoKK is in a world of trouble. Of course he has the regen self or the heal self, but there's a coil. Oh my god, one more coil. And that should be the kill, or will he go above the threshold? Yes, he is. So he will survive another coil. But maybe WFZ can take out this grunt. It's a disastrous early game for the Orc. He cancels the healing again. Will he go below 70 this time? Frostborn hungers. Wolves are being resummoned, but he just needs 2 more hits. There is a town portal on this Farseer. Could use it. This is so close. But he doesn't get the right clicks in for whatever reason. Can't reach, as it seems. New heal selves. He's out of range. Only 1 coil remaining. Skeletons will not reach around, but he's also not below 100. Good saves by XiaoKK. Damage control. I guess that was a big chance for WFZ to get serious damage done here. But new wolves again, new blocks. He used a lot of items though. 1 entire pack of selves. DK didn't lose too much, but he bought the time to get the Farseer back up to 100%. In the meantime, tech is at 60, fiends are coming. And a fast tech here as well with an early Warmill, interestingly. But delaying this level 2 DK is so important. Like preventing the Unholy Aura buys him so much time. They can use to creep the middle. It's again the TC, of course, the hero of game 1. good inventory. Save the big mana, save the TP. Lightning Shield creep by WFZ now. What does it do to him mentally? Waiting so long for the game, then having this great opening, but then not getting anything from it. DK low now though. Lightning Shield hurting his own fiends. Can't finish this spot. But the Wolves and the Chain Lightning can. With the Frost Armor, it's not that easy. Lich second, by the way, plus Slaughterhouse. DK is coming in for steal. Both heroes level 2. TC is out. Beastery and early Headhunters. And early reinforced defenses. I like that. I mean, the Headhunters, I don't know if they are necessary. But if you have the resources and supply, why not? WFZ is getting back. Scares XiaoKK away. But Expo creep again. It's the same tactic that he played on map 1 with earlier Headhunters though. But the DK comes up already with only 2 Fiends though. I don't think he can do much against this. It's only Stomp level 1. Oh, coil on this. No, it was above 100 HP, so not able to coil this. Oh, XiaoKK trying to steal this spot. This Farseer though dies to the creeps on level 2. What a mistake. I mean, he gets the experience anyway, but is this allowed to happen for the TC progress? His expansion got shut down. His first hero is down.
A player's forces are under attack.
And WFZ has time for the Lich now. Sees the claws +9, gets it. WFZ was not aware that this happened. The big one is gone. And this is... He stole so much experience from WFZ's side now. It might have been worth it. Like, he gets solo experience on the TC. He gets rid of a big item, like a claw +9 for the Lich is insanely good. And he steals a Berserker and the High Priest. Actually, this hero kill might have been worth it. Next level creeping by XiaoKK. Of course it wasn't on purpose, but it's not as bad. Still no Expo up.
A player's forces
Can go
are
to
under
50
attack.
supply now. 43 for WFZ as well. Destroyer upgrade coming and the Dreadlord. This time we see him for sleep against the
Town is
TC.
under siege.
Replenishment potion. So the Dreadlord is... The simple reason for the Dreadlord is
A player's forces are under attack.
disable the TC. But it's gonna be hard, man. The Talisman is really nice for him. He's level 3 already. Good damage on the Farseer, who sold the +6 claws. Oh no, he has him on the TC actually. Interesting idea. TC is Expo is coming up, 30%. Dreadlord is out. There we go. Carries the Orb of Corruption. Do we have 3 heroes as well? Yeah, 3-2. Boots of Kel'Thalas, of course, a little unthankful this item. Only a little bit of attack speed and armor. Both are getting up to 50. XiaoKK stays at tier 2. Kodo is coming. Troll regen. Haven't seen that in a while. Here comes the sleep. No TP. But he fucks up the surround. Gets an invul potion for it though. He can't use too many sleeps now because he doesn't have a statue or too many statues. Sleep again. Surround works this time. But there is stun and a talisman of evasion. So maybe you should just commit to this Expo and leave the Orc alone. Because I don't know if you can fight this. Going for the Raiders first. Nice sleep again to kite back. The Lich is in focus. Needs a coil against that. Doesn't hit the DK with the Storm. Oh, I don't know if that's the right call. He's 6 supply down. Sleep again, but that was the last one, I guess. Yes, it was. So the epicenter stuns can come. He has one more. Could get a triple stun, but the Kodo is down. Okay, the stuns were way worse than in game 1. Did its job though, the statue. Oh, nice micro by WFZ. Really well done. The Dreadlord is kind of useless right now. The Destroyer's so close to dying. But he has more coils. So, does he still have the damage to knock it down? This is so close. The TC comes in again, getting nuked. But the Expo is up and the TC has to TP out. The Grunt will fall, or the Raider. He gets both of it. So well played by WFZ. And now the Expo is up. He can't cancel this anymore. Look at the statues. He did everything correct. I take everything back. What a nice execution by WFZ. Has to be a little careful. But yeah, he got the kill. So town portaling out of this is absolutely worth it. He doesn't have mana anymore, but he still gets the kill with the Orb of Corruption. And there's level 2 for the Dreadlord with more sleep as he got a little more mana. Surround on the Farseer as it seems. Nice Destroyer save. TC low, Farseer low. Can he get him this time? Nope. But the TC is in a world of trouble. Can't get out. Has, of course, no staff or anything. No potion. No TP. No HP. So the second hero is down. WFZ strikes back. And I was wrong. I was very, very wrong. As WFZ takes this map. And we go full distance once again. One of those two players will have the biggest offline success of their careers. And it will be decided in one last map. That was a pretty good push by WFZ. Very well executed. And the Dreadlord was a good solution. Hey, Marco. Just getting back from the Christmas party or what? So yeah, the Dreadlord was a nice addition. Losing the Farseer against the creeps, though, that cannot happen. That threw him back. Also, like, I think one burrow was a little too late. Not so sure. Maybe that was because of the Farseer loss. And of course, a big change. TC not level 5, but only level 3. But good fight. Really good fight. I thought, okay, kill the Expo and leave with a TP. But no. He knew exactly how long he can stay. To cancel this Expo and win the fights. Really well done. Good morning. Hope your missed parties are worth it. Oh man. This Lin game already worth getting up. When will be the next Night Elf game? After the upcoming map, Moon will play against Lin. The greatest match imaginable in Warcraft 3. The 5th race versus the one true chieftain. 877 viewers, by the way, at 6 AM. That's quite nice. At least 6 AM for me. You know it. Get a little impression from the venue. Whoop. WFZ starts the comeback. Equalizes the series. And it's 1-1. XiaoKK here. Still looking for a team, and making it to the finals would be a big exclamation mark. Someone was picked up by LF. So why not XiaoKK as well? Pretty promising. The final map of this series will be Concealed Hills. The map with the fountains. Oh yeah, always good for orcs. But maybe... What is Lawlight doing again? Oh, there we go. I always have to invite Lawlight to the games. Yeah, the biggest match of your career, but... phone, right? It's more important. It seriously is, man. The loser gets $1,500 and will play in the game for third. The winner has $3,000 guaranteed and will play either Lin or Moon in the grand final of the BREC. I wonder what Team Moon will join. He said he had multiple offers. Yeah, I can only imagine like having 10 offers or so, but I think he wants to play the Team League next year. So it's gonna be one of the 4 teams that participate, most likely. Can you imagine, like, Moon joining Newbie, then they would have Moon, Lin, Lawlight, and 120. That would be so insane. Rogue Warriors, I don't know. They have Infi, Fly, and Life. I would say they will add TH as well, when his contract is up in March. LF needs good players. LF and World Elite has no player as well. Gonna be interesting for sure. Or will he join a team that is not in the Team League? Also interesting. But yeah, this will all start a little later the year. We will have one WGL before the team games start. WFZ is in the game. We are waiting for XiaoKK. Or Newbie signs Infi or TH. Well, Infi is under contract with Rogue Warriors. And I'm pretty sure TH would love to play with Infi, so... Pretty crazy there's still a competitive scene in this game after so many years, yeah. It seriously is a miracle. One day I really want to make a documentary about this, like the Smash Bros documentary. For Smash, obviously. One day I will do a Warcraft documentary about this. It's like... how many coincidences we had. It's just faith that Warcraft is still alive. So, XiaoKK is ready. WFZ is ready. We're going into map number 3. Decision time in the first semi-final. Who will be in the grand final? Who will face against Lin or Moon for the big title here at the Belt and Road Esports competition? XiaoKK or WFZ? Certainly an underdog in the final, that's for sure. Here we have your players, both from China, both tier 2 to tier 3 players, but this could be their tournament after a horrible, horrible year. WFZ not making it to playoffs most of the time, eliminated in early rounds all the time. XiaoKK not making it to the biggest WGL ever, but they could make up for that if they win this next game. Oops, overlay is wrong. There we go. WFZ again in purple, XiaoKK again in yellow. And this will all be decided on Concealed Hill. This is the map where Focus beat 120. This is the map where Focus showed the world how you can break creeps. Does XiaoKK know? Hell yeah. He was called the Dragon Tamer in China because back in the old Twisted Meadows version where there was still dragons on the island, he was the one abusing it the most. Using a wyvern or a bat rider or whatever, lure the dragon into your opponent's base, then ensnare it, and the dragon will attack your opponent for a long time. So third game, third Farseer. Worked well on map 1, didn't work that well on map 2 where you sacrificed him into the creeps. WFZ with the Tet build Fiends as well for the third time in a row. Question will be, what's the third hero? Until then, everything is set in stone. So 3 red spots here, you know it. 2 fountains, the big one in the middle. Should be going to orcs usually, but that is due to Hex. And ensnare. And we won't see Hex most likely. It's gonna be a TC again. If he plays Farseer here, which he does. Stakes are pretty high. And lags are getting worse again, right? Let me see if I can change that. Oh, ping is actually good. I don't know what causes this. So DK is running over. Again, there's not too much damage from this Farseer, but he gets the Ogre Warrior done. Ring of Protection against this. There's of course a corpse now, but he's using those skeletons here as well. Could do some decent damage, but only the wolf. First experience for the DK. Close to level 2 Farseer. He got all of it. Oh, 4 skeletons against the shop. That's big. If he gets this, no healing, no clarities for the Farseer for quite some time. So he has to play this a lot more careful. WFZ wants to cancel this again. Goes in once more and cancels it for the second time. And now there's not even enough lumber. There it is for the third try. Oh boy. Not a good early game for the underdog. I said it at the beginning of map 2. He oftentimes takes the lead and then loses the series nevertheless. He's going in again with skeletons. Such a good usage of Rod of Necromancy. Skeletons always everywhere. And he cancels it seriously. Of course, there's a little bit of experience as he kills the skeletons all the time. But so worth it.
A player's forces are under attack.
The prize pool is 8,800 US dollars. I think 60,000 RMB or something, or a little more. Maybe 60,000 for the winner. So, what can you do now on XiaoKK's side? I mean, on this map, it's not that big of a deal, because in the night, you can still park the units at the fountain, so there is some regen. But we've seen XiaoKK exploiting those creeps with, like, surviving with 10 HP or something. Oh, getting this Fiend would be big. 200 gold unit. He's not even coiling it. Big loss. Big loss. Tier 2 is about to be ready. No tier 2 hero yet, as he has no gold and no lumber, preferring the Beastery over the second hero. Kind of understandable, as he doesn't have a level 3 FS.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay, he has the Warmill now. That will help him. But he's not going tier 3 in this entire series, so he won't go tier 3 here. I guess. But the expansion costs quite a bit. So this will be a late expansion. And the later this expansion is, the better it is, of course, for WFZ. Who's going with his normal 4 ghoul sacrificial pit build, which we haven't seen too much. But on a big map, it's always good to get the vision, but the Death Knight. The one coiled wolf is his entire experience. At some point he has to creep. He can't survive without the Unholy Aura, especially not against Storm. Okay, he's trying to harass, trying to steal. Army builds up. Is he skipping Fiends completely until now? Yeah, for very fast attacks. I mean, the one Fiend we've seen was killed. So what does he want to do? He goes Frost Armor first again, even if there's no Blade Master. Lich harasses now. Oops, sorry. Some right clicks maybe. Oh, he aims for the Grunt. Storm doesn't hit anything except the creep, so he's gonna get that kill. First blood for the Lich, well done. But the DK didn't get the experience. Stun on the Lich. He is surrounded. He has a TP, has to swap it, I guess, or is he able to fight out? Has to use it on the Lich. The skeletons are helping here as well. But the cooldown should be on the coil, or is it? Yes, against the Chain Lightning it is. And that's the second hero lost. Gets a kill in return, but oh boy. Lich lost and a level 1 DK only. Expo coming now. Level 2 TC, level 3 FS. Big experience lead for the Orc, who's going for reinforced defenses. But there is a tech lead for WFZ. You can go for the Orb of Corruption now, or continue to creep now. Gets destroyers. It was a level 1 Lich only, so he's back in no time. It's still delayed the Dreadlord though. And there's only one coil remaining. The level 2 wolves, really annoying as long as there's no dispel. Frost armor helps against them though. Finally level 2. And now he has some heal and some mana regen. WFZ's position is getting better. If he can't prevent level 3 TC, it's should be his game. Destroyer upgrade is coming. Not too far away. He does still have the town portal. XiaoKK wants to base lane a little, but since WFZ is home, he can't really do that. So rather shop creep or something. More ensnare. Expo is not up. Investing quite a bit into the burrow, into the watchtower, into reinforced defenses, into the expansion itself. No Dreadlord yet. He is now building the Ziggurat for it. Can go for a Fiend or another statue. This kill gives him Nova. So even more control, a little more slow. Zeppelin for XiaoKK. He did this before on map number 1. To distract, to buy time.
A player's forces are under attack.
There's another Acolyte, and he's moving over for the counter expansion. Haven't seen this series. Does he have the time though? Against Zeppelin drops and Raider Lame and Chain Lightning and Stomp and everything? Wolf sees the movement of the Acolyte. He knows what's up. And he knows the base is wide open. As open as an undead base gets. Dreadlord again. We do have a little distraction wolves and the Zeppelin. Silently flying into the base. Here we go. Haunted Goldmine. Can you survive this? Town portal immediately. Just right-clicking the Haunted Goldmine. No repair. Chain Lightning against the Echoes. How much damage can be done? WFZ's repair a little late, but coming now. Takes... Oh, sweet. Loads in this Raider into the Zeppelin. Saves it with it. But the Haunted Goldmine stays alive on the cost of a town portal. And the wolves are nice. Now the duration is over. So they won't do the damage, the necessary damage. But his expansion is safe. WFZ knows this. Still no Dispel, but this time he has Stomp. Still no level 3, but this time he has Sleep. I mean the Dreadlord, not Stomp. On the other side, XiaoKK. Good items. Heal Scroll and Invul. I think he needs that. Oh, Sleep on the Farseer. Who doesn't have a TP? What a mistake. Can the Zeppelin help him somehow? He needs to coil Nova before the Zeppelin. Oh, web. Nice. So he loses the Farseer, the Wolves, and the Zeppelin. Are this the nerves of the unexperienced XiaoKK? He wanted to harass again. But no. Simply no. The Farseer kill again. Big investment getting him back from the tavern. And level 3 for the Lich. Ruined Bracers. Shop, I guess. TC is not level 3. XiaoKK is in trouble despite having the Expo up. Wyvern coming in again, but this time we have early web. Seems like WFZ is very well prepared. Got the levels now. Dreadlord with a Vamp Aura. Lich level 3. Counter Expo up.
A player's forces are under attack.
You can't stay on tier 2 for so long. if you're up against Undead. Potion of Greater Healing. Nice. WFZ, no transition into Worms or Banshees. Just stays on Fiends and Destros. After the humiliating performance of Undead at WGL, where not a single player made it to the playoffs, he could be in the grand final. Restoring at least a little bit of honor for the Scourge. Will he use a Storm or a Chain Lightning? No. I've seen this so many times in the past 3 weeks that always wondering. So WFZ is home. Tower is up, but only the slow tower, which is the most important thing, I guess. He can hide behind the buildings. Not too many acolytes, but he can produce it here. The Fiend's a little out of position. The Storm! Oh, where was the sleep? Where is the Dreadlord? Ah, there. So the sleep a lot later. He's towering up! And the Wyvern are coming. The Kodo is dead immediately. Fiends are falling in the background. XiaoKK with 65 supply. WFC only breaking up. Now his expansion has not paid off yet. The Lich is super strong. The Abominations are coming in as well. He's wrecking those Headhunters. But if they can't take out the Destroyer, it might be worth it since there's still so many Raiders. The Coil gets it back up again, and the Lich is just destroying this backline of Headhunters because they're just that squishy. Web against the Wyvern, focus fire, and they're down as well. The towers won't come out most likely. Dispel against the Wolves, a little bit more HP and mana on this Destroyer. Another Nova would be so nice. Can he use another Storm? There's no mana anymore. Chain Lightning could be used against the Fiends, but what's it worth, really? More Wyvern coming in. Oh, the TC damage is wasted on this illusion. Massive Nova into the Raiders. This looks good for WFC. Killing so much. Getting level 3 on the Dreadlord and now chasing against the level 2 sleep is so hard. Level 4 on the Death Knight. Oh, XiaoKK, this didn't work out at all. Tower's up now. Of course, this costs a little to get the Acolytes back, but whatever. So worth it. 65 supply remaining. Do you remember the fight on Last Refuge where XiaoKK killed like 20 supply and lost nothing? This the other way around. And again, pro gamers wasting so much time on and damage on illusions. This is not supposed to happen at all. Tome of Experience, of course. Lich level 4? No, gets level 4 here. Just Dreadlord, okay. Helm of Valor, by the way, for a little more attack speed, but XiaoKK needs a miracle now. He's going tier 3. Kodo Aura upgrade, Shadowhunter, Headhunter upgrade, the most important, I guess.
A player's forces are under attack.
At least he gets the red spot. At least he gets the items. And he needs the big items. Flute would be great. Boots of Quel'Thalas. Now he wishes he has a Death Knight. And guess what? Yeah, the Undead is coming in. He saw this TP out. Concealed Hills is almost empty. By the way, this is 20% lifesteal on Abominations. It's 6 per hit. 7 per hit, maybe. And that's level 1. It's gonna be so tough to kill the Abominations. They don't have Disease Cloud yet. But if they are in range of the Headhunters with Disease Cloud, ouch. Lots of Wyvern. I don't know if that's the right thing to do because WFZ is going for 4 Fiends. Has a big blocker line as well, and Banshees. So he has the meat in A-bombs. He has the damage with Fiends and Coil Nova. He has the support, like the debuffs with Curse against the high damage Headhunters and Wyvern. I like this play by WFC. Not overcommitting. Saving money, not going into upkeep, 1-0 tech. Anti-magic actually quite nice. Big inventory here though. Heal scroll, invul, mana, second heal scroll, 70 supply versus 80.
Town is under siege.
Inventory here, protection scroll in the absence of dispel. And the Lich with an invul. This looks like the fight for the grand final. There is a harass, but only a wolf, so doesn't really matter. The storms are key. He's going for the invul immediately. Protection scroll can't be dispelled. Sorry about the lag here. Level 4 takes out the Fiend here despite the scroll protection. But this lifesteal is so great. He takes out one Wyvern after another. Nice coil. A little too late this Stomp is. Chain Lightning against it. One Fiend down. Second Fiend chased by the Wolf. 73. Oh, this Nova. This AoE Nova, and he's picking up the pieces. Level 4 on the Dreadlord, even more lifesteal. XiaoKK, seemingly no chance. A little premature this coil, but he rises up to level 4. Still 3 coils. The statues are doing God's work. 2 Raiders are falling. XiaoKK, after this glorious game 1, is completely falling apart. The Lich, does he have mana left? Oh, hell yeah. 2 Novas coming in. Big Stomps, though. Can he take out the Fiends and then get some Wyvern reinforcements? Level 4 on the TC. The heroes are his only chance, I guess. Chain Lightning rattling through, but hits a lot of the Abominations, who are the big problem now. TC in a world of trouble. Consum Novasum! The hero of game 1 is down. GG! XiaoKK not going into this first grand final. The Undead prevails, and WFZ makes up for the WGL group stage elimination and stands in the grand final. His first grand final since 2015, if I'm not mistaken, in the QSL where he was against Focus back then. Oh man, and again, XiaoKK winning the first game seemingly easy in a very convincing fashion, and then something happens, something weird happens, and his opponent strikes back. WFZ the Marathon Man, this time he was rewarded with a perfect army composition, I guess. So much curse, so much protection, so much meat, so much damage, everything was there. And then this fight with a 10 supply lead, I think. He didn't give it out of his hands. We see this fight again here on the restream from the Chinese stream. The Fiends take a lot of damage, but so does the Dreadlord. The Abominations basically tank a bit, but they're getting so much HP back. Everything is falling. There's the premature call, but level 5, hero levels out of this world. This Nova was great. Another Nova is coming then. Curse everywhere in the back. On everything is curse. So the DPS was basically reduced by 33% in this entire fight. The Storms were nice, but only level 2, not level 3. And here comes the Chain Lightning. Yeah, it kills like it hits the Abominations, but they're just getting tickled. And here is the coil at the Nova, the decision. And GG by XiaoKK, and yeah, some emotions by WFZ. A little exhausted as it seems. Maybe not too happy with his performance, but he can be damn proud. Defeating Zhou yesterday in an insane game, breaking the Night Elf expansion with basically nothing. XiaoKK can still be happy with his tournament performance, I guess, getting into the top 4. Still having to play the game for third against the loser of Lin and Moon. And WFZ has the rest of the day off. He fulfilled his duty. Undead representing in the finals. $3,000 safe for the Undead, for Wu Fajian. And now we determine his opponent. It's gonna be one of the all-time greats. It's gonna be Lin or Moon. These players need no introduction. The 5th race versus the ultimate weapon of Warcraft 3, who defeated his opponent with Shaman Lightning Shield. Will we see this again? Is Moon prepared? Is he ready for Lin? Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Taking a little break, refresh a little, and then epicness unfolds. Stay tuned to Back to Warcraft and tell your friends, because this is going to be good.